Things go bump in darkest night, bringing stories to the light. Guests arrive with chilling claim, whispering the ghostly name. Hear the tales for all to see. Spirited chats eternally.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Leaffoot. I see you're up and at 'em. I myself am not. I'm trying to get in the groove this morning. Seems like it's 3 steps forward, 80 steps back. It's a little bit of a chilly morning, 37 degrees, but you know what's funny is what? A month ago it would have been pretty considered warm. For those of you that are new here or will catch this video in the replay, I usually give it a minute or two for people to stop in. Going back and forth on if I was going to go live today, because I really didn't have a topic to talk about, but you guys don't seem to mind that too horribly much. I've been using Rumble last couple of days, and I believe the video quality is slightly better. It lets me use the fuller scale of image on Rumble with no restriction like StreamYard. To get the better video quality, I have to pay more for that StreamYard. It was just easier to log into StreamYard this morning. Popped up my head, thought about going live on Rumble all week just to see how that feels and works out and such, but just kind of didn't have time to really monkey with it. It's not that much more extra. StreamYard is just pretty straightforward. You log in, set up the stream real quick, and away you go. Rumble's pretty close to that. There's like one extra step. But so today's topic is pay to play. I already know Leefoot's opinion about it. My opinion's a little more liberal. So what does pay to play mean? I think I just saw a bet. Basically, I'm sure other people use the term. That's probably where I got it, but in the paranormal field, that's where you pay a location to investigate. You know, a lot of people think of like Penhurst, places like that. I believe Penhurst, and I might be wrong, but if it was Penhurst, it was another big location like that. There's a lot of controversy surrounding them for a while. I haven't heard nothing in a while. The owners were just taking the money and running, and saying the whole time that they're using it for renovations, this and that, to better facilitate the building and make it more possibility of it not disappearing. So there was a big hoopla, and I don't know if people were mad because of what they said that they were going to do with funds, or what the true being upset about, just I guess basically being lied to. But they, yeah, they were not doing what they claimed they were going to do, which leads me to the question of, do you mind paying to investigate? Now, like I said, I know Lee put view on that, or unless it's changed, but I doubt it. Lee put it's not known to change his mind about his views. He believes that no, he doesn't care for such things. He feels that it's a waste of money. I might not hitting it word for word. See, it says right there. I don't see why they make it so hard to. I myself am a little more open-minded about it. Here on the side of the road. I myself prefer, if I do pay to investigate, that's to help build it up, help restore it, help maintain it, keep it going. The building, the location. I'm a little more open-minded, and it can't be like money maker. Well, not money maker, but it can't be extreme amount of money. Like, I know some of those places. There's a place down by Pittsburgh that for like 6 people, it's like $800 to investigate for several hours. They have all kinds of rules. Last time I checked, though, I hear they're relaxing on some of those a little bit, but to me, that's a lot of money. That's a pretty good chunk of money. Whereas there's another place that's not far from us. You get 2 locations for several hours for like $40 a person. Now, personally, in that situation, I feel that's a little low. They're truly 100% ran by their historical society, and they are using that to rehab and run the places as well. I'm sure some money is reallocated to run the historical society. I have no troubles with places like that, even the slightest bit. They are able to generate income that wouldn't normally go to such a place. So, personally, in my opinion, if it's especially with 2 places in one night, personally, I think it should be closer to $65, $70 per person, in my opinion. Not that I care to pay more for it, but the money's going for a good cause. Yeah, at least in my view. Now, there's another place, the Sweets Home Estate. Ed is the owner operator of the place, and he lives in the place. and he yeah, it was in my mind for a second. He lives there, so, and I don't know what he charges. I didn't ask because at this point in time, I'm not able to make it there, so I wasn't too stressed about knowing how much he charges. But he's living there, so I get it. I understand why he would charge. Um, it's to, I'm sure he puts money back into the place. I know he keeps upgrading his security on it. He likes to have haunted items that he brings into the place. I'm sure that costs money. So, depending on how much he charges would be my only qualm about it. But I don't know what he charges, so I can't have it. But that's just some of my views on it. The rest of us, they really haven't said too much about how they feel about the pay to play. I know and this comes with a disclaimer. If you don't have no issues with it, then by all means, I'm not bashing or looking down upon or looking up to anybody that does do such things. Or if you're an owner operator doing such things, that's, people can choose not to go to your location. And, so that's on them. Plus, there's a lot of places like Penhurst and such. My car just says ice possible. So I dropped down 35 degrees. But where was I? Oh, where people, it's like a tourist stop now, where people go and, the weekend ghost hunter will go and check it out and such, so they're not part of the paranormal teams or anything. And, that works for them. That's another thing, is people that are not taking it serious, that's not part of the team or has no experience or whatever, goes to these locations because, oh, it's haunted, ooh, let's go. Then they end up in bad situations because they don't know what to do. Something attaches themselves to them. And then they're in trouble because they just want a weekend fun. I could use some coffee. On number one for y'all. I took some Tylenol PM last night because my body was a little sore and kind of tossing and turning. I probably won't do that again. I feel blah because of it. But I've been sick, but I don't feel as much energy as I normally do. At least we made it to Wednesday, guys. Mike, what day is it, Mike? I know that I don't really have much more to say about the topic. Yeah, number two for y'all. Um, I feel, someday, yeah. I feel the one, like I said, I guess my biggest hang up is how much they're charged. I don't even care as long as the location is outright honest about it. Hey, this is money making for us to turn a profit for our pockets, whatever. A business is a business, you know. My biggest issue with such places is the price. Like I said, there's big locations. I understand that's part of it is they have tons of people knocking down their door because of all the activity and attention they got through the years. Places like Penhurst and Waverly Hills and places like that, they charge an outrageous amount of money for people. I think it's like over $100 a person to investigate. Speaking of all that, you know, a thought just popped in my mind. If the end of the world, well, if it's the end of the world, nothing will be there. If civilization breaks down to the point where there's no, I don't know the words I'm looking for. So, in other words, you're able to just go and do whatever you want in the sense of within reason, you know, don't go killing people and all that. But where money isn't a thing, you're kind of surviving on your own, getting your own food and such. But you still have some basic stuff. Would you go investigate these places that are no longer really owned by anybody because the end of the world? Anarchy. Yeah, but where, you know, there's no work or anything anymore. It's just kind of anarchy and such. Grab some equipment, head to Rolling Hills Asylum, and just investigate, you know, or would you? Well, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I know what I was thinking was imagine being able to just go to these places without having to pay because basics civilization isn't structured the way it is now. It's pretty much what I'm getting to. Not so eloquently. Sorry, guys. I like to pay attention when it comes through here. Those are some tight quarters. Hopefully, it doesn't take them all summer to fix that. Don't forget your ghost guns. Right? Do you think ghosts are going to join the fun? This day hasn't even started for me yet, and I'm not ready to go back home, go to bed. Well, guys, since I really don't have much more to say, I'm not gonna keep you guys on for the sake of keeping you guys on. So I'm gonna end this a few minutes early. I appreciate y'all riding along. I appreciate you catching the replays. Um, they say the what I caught it takes a couple weeks to really work out your system. So I'll keep plugging away at it every day. Hopefully every day I get a little bit better and get back onto having topics to talk about and all that, and keep you guys a little more entertained. So as always, my friends, be good and stay spooky.
Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping down and appreciate the visit. Now get the hell off of my porch. We'll see you the next time. Come on back.